Hey guys, this is Andia from IMVmOO, and this is a tutorial from the Canvas homepage building and design tutorial forums. This is part 1 of 4 of the iFrame tutorial with the code that works. And watch on Twitter or Facebook for the video playlist for this series, because it will be 4, and I'm not sure exactly when all of them will be posted and done. Hopefully tonight, but you never know. In this video, we're going to be looking over the code, measuring out the boxes, and inserting the avatar picture scroll box, and modifying the code before we start mapping in the next video. So let's get started. Hopefully you're coming from the forums where the base code is located, and I want you to go ahead and copy all of this in the white box and paste it into a new Notepad document. Do not use Word. Notepad is a lot better for HTML. Alright, so I hope you guys don't mind the background music. It kind of makes you feel more at ease. So, looking at the code, if you've done dynamic DIVs, it's going to look really familiar. If you haven't and you're coming straight from a DIV, it probably look a little funky. The lowdown, your link will go here for your image. Change the color of your text here. Change the font right here. Your width will always be 900. Your height will determine that when we get in Gimp. The iFrame source, we'll talk about this in a later video. What we're mainly concerned about right now is measuring, and we will worry about the URLs in a little bit. So go ahead and get Gimp open. Open the sample image. We've made a sample layout for you guys to use so that you guys can practice and or try to code as you watch, which some people have tried to do, and we haven't had a code for that. Go ahead and paste that into Gimp using Control-V if you're on a Windows running machine. If you're on a Mac, it'll be Command-V. Okay, so we're in Gimp 2.6, or the latest version of Gimp, or the earliest version of Gimp. It's practically the same. You're going to be taking the selection tool, which it's a rectangle select. You're going to select the main area. We're just going to do this. We're going to select a couple different areas. We're going to start with the main box where your text will be displayed. Okay? So once you have it to the way you want it, you'll see div ID main box. Let me make this a little bigger. There we go. Maybe it's a little clearer in the video now, because I know it gets really small. I'm looking at full screen. Alright, so your main box. Down here on the left, you'll see the position and size. I'm not going to go too much into this, but this is the size. The left is your width, the right is the height. In position, the left number is the left, and the 61, which right now is the right box, is the top. So, insert your numbers. Make sure you leave the PX there. It stands for pixels. Make sure you leave that there. There's other ways to do it by using percentages. If you're skilled in HTML, I don't know why the hell you're watching this video, because you know what we're doing. But I'm glad you are. But if you want to do it percents, that's totally up to you. It's fine by me. So we're going to read down through. It says iFrame source, home URL goes here, name, inline frame, width, height. Your width and height need to be the same as what we just measured. So mine were 498 and 333. And there you go. Leave it like that. Okay, we're going to measure our Abby box, which is 160 by 220 by default. If I'm going too fast for you, please do not hesitate to pause this. If you have questions, put them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can, or another moderator will help you. So you're going to need to measure from the left and the top. I put several elements like this so that it's repetitive and it kind of sticks, so that when if you're going to actually have a layout shop, you don't have to come back and watch the tutorial every time you want to do something. Okay. So up here, we discussed the image length and the width and the height. And the width always has to be 900, but the height can vary. Layouts that are taller than 900 height-wise tend to not code right with our code. I'm not saying all codes do this, but our coding, it kind of flubs it up. So try to keep it under 900, even if that means going 890. But up here in the top left, where it says Gimp and it has a little icon, and if you saved it as anything, that's where it'll say it. It says 900 by 407. The 407 is your height. So go ahead and put that in. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to insert the avatar picture. So if you go back to the main thread, open up IMVmOO's avatar picture generator. Wait for that to load. Type in your avatar name. Okay. Open up your code. Where it says the Abby box, see that little space? Paste it in there. You're going to close that because you're done with that. We also need to make a scroll box. Naturally, we probably should have done this before the Abby box, but it's okay. Highlight from the div ID Abby box to the div down here. Copy. Press enter twice after the div. Paste. And empty out the contents. From here to there. So that you now have another empty box. Rename this one scroll box. Now we're going to have to remeasure that one, just like we did in the previous two. Okay. Your width and your height will obviously be different. Make sure you change those. Don't leave them 160 by 220 and the coordinates the same, because it will mess up your home page. It'll be one of those instances where you don't know exactly what's going on, you just know something's screwed up. So, try not to do that. 106. Okay. The scroll box is going to be a simple marquee. In a different tutorial, we'll go into marquee speeds and marquee directions that our moderator Ash has come up with, and it's pretty awesome. But for now, we're going to keep it basic. So type anything you want. I'm going to write scroll and then the end marquee. And there you go, you made your marquee. Okay, we're going to do two things at the top of the code while we're wrapping up this tutorial. The image link, we're going to go ahead and put the image link in. Copy that. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in. This is a really important part. You'll probably get to the end of your code and wonder, why is nothing working? Nothing will click. I coded it right, but nothing clicks. Here's your problem. At the end of your image source, where we put that layout, where it says border 0, you're going to press space after this quotation mark, where my cursor's blinking. Space, use map, equal, quote, image map 1. As you'll see later, you can name that whatever you want, but image map 1 is what I'm going to be using, and I know a lot of people use image map 1. It's just easy, and it's pretty a unique name, so it sticks. So, that wraps up the end of this tutorial. Go to part 2 to learn about the slides. Part 3 is going to be about mapping, and part 4 will be about installation. If you need to skip ahead, follow the links in the description. If you are having issues with this video or you find there's an error, there's an email address in the description right at the top. That is our email address. Just email the inbox generally. You don't have to specify a moderator. Just go ahead and email us, tell us what's going on, what you think the problem is, and we'll try to see if we can solve it. Thanks for watching, guys.